This might be the oldest college in southwestern Virginia, but it's riddled with a dark past. Civil War battles, murders, self discontinuings, and more. This is the haunting of the Emory and Henry College, located in Emory, Virginia. Emory and Henry College was founded in 1836, and it was named after Patrick Henry, who was a massive patriot during the Revolutionary War and also the first governor of Virginia, and John Emory, who was a very well known Methodist bishop. The doors of the college would remain open until 1861, when the Battle of Saltville would show up on the college doorsteps. And the Union would turn the original Wiley Hall into a makeshift Civil War hospital, just like they did most buildings back in the day. But what would happen here, besides the 150 Union soldiers that would get treatment or pass away during this battle? Well, there was a massacre that took place. Three men would bust through the doors of Wiley Hall, and they would unalive three African American soldiers that fought with the 5th U.S. Colored Cavalry. Yeah, I know that sounds horrible, but that's just what they were called. The next day after the massacre happened, a smurder came to town. And that's when Captain Champ Ferguson showed up to seek vengeance on Lieutenant E.C. Smith. Apparently, Lieutenant E.C. Smith had done Mr. Ferguson's family extremely wrong during maybe an encampment of the house or something that happened along those lines, but he was ticked off, and you know what? He said, "Vengeance ain't yours, Lord, it's mine today." And he handled business. Lieutenant right on the spot. Though the original Wiley Hall has long been gone and they have rebuilt another Wiley Hall in its place, the haunting still remains. People hear individuals asking for help, disembodied voices, boots walking across wood planks. A mysterious lady in white, which I couldn't find her story, is seen in and outside this building along with multiple Civil War soldier apparitions. Another spirit nicknamed Frida is said to roam the building at night, and you can hear it walking. On top of that, they're known for moving stuff around and slamming doors. The J. Stewart French Alumni House was built in 1852, and it still sits on its original foundation. It used to house college presidents, students, and was used for offices until 1984, when it became the Alumni House. And it's said to be haunted by a girl, one that's dressed in early 1800s attires, and she will watch you from the doors. Or, well, when you were sleeping. The Byers Building is said to be the most haunted house on campus. And it also comes with some major legends because it was used as a courthouse. And apparently two men got into a big debate where it got heated and it got real rowdy up in there, to the point where one of the men left the room of the upstairs and he was leaning out the window to catch him some air to cool off from that hot steamy battle he just put on, when his opponent came out and pushed him out the window. But when he was falling to his death, he grabbed the lantern post and he held on to it until, well, he couldn't handle it anymore, and he lost his grip and he fell to his doom. And on windless days and nights, it said that Joker will swing back and forth, the lamp will, with no reason to why. But who they believe it is the man that lost his life after hanging from it. People have reported hearing disembodied voices, growls, and moans coming from this building, along with a phantom piano player. This building right here is known as the Wiley Jackson Dormitory, aka the Mawa, or the Martha Washington. In this dorm right here is where there had been multiple self-discontinuings from female students. Legend has it that in the elevator, a woman named Rosie lost her life there, and now the elevator has a mind of its own, going up and down each floor, stopping wherever the hell it pleases. The first self-discontinue is probably the most famous story that took place in a bathroom. It said that this lady was waiting for this good-looking man to come pick her up for the dance, and she was so in love with him and crazy about him that she just was beside herself that he was going to come take her to this dance. Well, time went on. She was dressed up and waiting, and he never showed. He stood her up. Well, this just sent her into this crazy spiral where she thought the whole world was over. So she took herself up to a bathroom in the middle shower, and she, from the shower. It's said to this day that shower turns on by itself and just sprays water all over the place for no reason. I mean, water pressure is a thing. Along with the shower, sobbing and footsteps are heard coming from this bathroom. There are allegedly two other self discontinuings that took place in closets on two different levels of this building, the second and third floor. Two other self discontinuings happened on the second and third floor, both in closets, and both have their own stories. The first one is that the person, self discontinued, and there's still ectoplasm seen in the closet and scratching heard coming from outside of his door. And the one that happened on the third floor, well, the electronics don't work right up there. People say that the TVs turn themselves on and change channels by themselves without even being plugged in. Their alarm clocks will turn on and off by themselves, and well, just chaos and poltergeist activity is happening there, as well as disembodied voices and footsteps heard going up and down the hall and door slamming. Have you been to Emory and Henry College, located in Emory, Virginia? Let me know in the comments section. Do you have a story of your own? Y'all know what to do. Hit on them buttons, y'all, because God knows I need it. And don't forget to follow me for more paranormal stories.